The process of seed and fruit formation begins when a pollen grain makes contact with the sticky, moist stigma of the carpel, and the pollen's tube cell germinates, forming a pollen tube that grows down into the style. This tiny tube descends into the ovary and then into an ovule, where the female gametophyte or embryo sac is located. Following the germination and descent of the pollen tube, the generative cell of the pollen grain undergoes mitosis and cell division to form two sperm cells, which travel down the pollen tube into the embryo sac. Then the process called double fertilization begins, that leads to the creation of a new seed. In the first fertilization, one of the sperm cells fertilizes the egg cell, forming a diploid zygote, which will grow into the seed's embryo. In the second fertilization, the other sperm cell fertilizes the cell with the two polar nuclei. This results in a triploid cell. Its nuclei then divide to form a large multinucleated cell. Eventually, membranes and cell walls take shape between the nuclei, creating the endosperm, which in the mature seeds is the solid, nutrient-rich material that nourishes the plant's developing embryo. In many plant species, fruit starts to form while the seeds are being produced. Most fruit develops when the wall of the ovary, known as the pericarp, thickens as a result of storing sugars and other nutrient materials. Fruit turns out to be an excellent way for plants to disperse seeds, because fruit is a favorite food of many animals. As a result, seeds are often spread quite far from the stationary parent and do not have to compete with it for sunlight and moisture. That's why fruit-bearing plants have an advantage when it comes to survival.